So today guys, I'm going to be filming a very personal video, and it's sort of going to be a bit of an update on my weight loss journey and a bit of a confession to myself and to everyone else. And I just want to say a huge massive thanks to Debbie Donnelly. I don't know if you'll get a chance to watch this. If you do watch this, you've really inspired me to come out and sort of talk about this, because I did at the beginning of the year start my weight loss journey, and I will get into more details about that later on, but I fell off the bandwagon a little bit. And anyway, I was watching Demi's Instagram at the weekend, and she'd posted some pictures, you know, of how she used to be when she was younger, and you know how it upset her, sort of the fact that she put weight on and not really, sometimes you like put it off and you put it to the back of your mind, and that you don't particularly realise what's sort of going on around you, and that, you know, she's finally realised it's not good for her health and that she needs to get on a health kick and all that sort of a thing, and like live a healthier lifestyle. And she sort of spoke about her relationship with food and how she realises she has an unhealthy relationship with food, and it sort of inspired me to talk about my relationship with food, and how I know I have an unhealthy relationship with food. So I just want to say, Demi, if you're watching this, like, massive thanks to you for inspiring me to finally come out and talk about this, because it's just a difficult subject, I think, weight and lifestyle and all that. So I just think it's a difficult thing to talk about. So this video is going to be about my unhealthy relationship with food, and about what I'm going to do to change that, and how I'm going to live a healthier lifestyle. So at the beginning of the year, you're probably aware of the fact that I did start I'll pop a thumbnail up here. I did start a weight loss journey, and I did really well up until I went away on holiday to Zante. I lost a stone. I did absolutely fantastic. I got down to, I think I originally weighed 12 stone 9, and I got down to 12 stone or just below 12 stone, so not quite a stone but near enough a stone. I did really well. I was leading a healthier lifestyle, you know, I did all of the things that I said in that video, apart from exercise, and I didn't exercise, but I did literally change my diet, change my lifestyle. I thought I had, and I thought that's what I did, until I started to realise that I would do certain things, like I would wait till a weekend and then I would pig out and stuff like that, and then when Demi started talking, I started to finally realise, you know what, yeah, I do have an unhealthy relationship with food. So basically my current situation is, I come back from Zante, we went on holiday in May, and we are now in mid-June, and I am heavier than what I started off in January. So I got down to just below 12 stone. I started off at 12 stone 9, and I'm now 12 stone 12. And I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to get upset, even though it does affect me, and I just go, oh yeah, no, it's fine, like, I'm happy with the body I'm in. I'm not, because I'm not confident in my own skin. Like, I'm a big, like, I do believe in body positivity, but I do know that I'm unhealthy and that I do need to lose weight. So I want to sort of talk to you about how I've realised I've got an unhealthy relationship with food, and what I'm going to do to change that. So these are like sort of my signs that I picked up on myself. So let me talk about my signs that I started to realise I had an unhealthy relationship with food. One of the things I would notice is, and I still do this now, and this is a habit that I need to break, is I can't keep certain foods in the house without thinking about them. So say for instance, I would do things like, I'd order a Domino's pizza on a Saturday, and then I wouldn't eat it all. I'd order a large. I knew I wouldn't eat a large, and I'd put the large in the fridge, and instead of thinking, right, you're done with that takeaway, you're not going to eat anymore, you've had your cheat day, that's it, I would then non-stop, like, I couldn't help, and I do that sometimes. Now, there's a bottle of full fat Coke over there staring me in the face, and I'm like, I just want to drink all of you. And then I would think about that pizza all day and think, oh my god, I want that pizza, I want that pizza. Or even if I'd gone to a restaurant and I wasted a slice of pizza, and they'd thrown it in the bin, all the next day I'm thinking, oh my god, I could just eat that slice of pizza I've just, you know, threw in the bin yesterday. Like, that is not healthy. And then I would basically think about food and talk about food all of the time. So like breakfast, I'd be like, what am I gonna have for breakfast? Then I'd have breakfast and be like, oh my god, what am I gonna have for my tea? Oh my god, what am I gonna have for my lunch? What am I gonna have? And then I'd be like, oh, what am I gonna have for a takeaway at the weekend? We're on Monday, we have literally just had a takeaway. Like, cut it out, do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not good. I am very defensive about my food habits, and another thing that sort of brought this to light was at the weekend, me and Dalton had a real heart to heart and really opened up, and he sort of let something slip, and I got really defensive, and I was like, shit, do you know what, actually you are right. And it was, do you know what, Amber, he said to me, because you have an unhealthy relationship with food. And I was like, me, unhealthy relationship with food, what are you talking about? And I got really defensive, really thingy with him, and we ended up having an argument. He was like, do you know what, I can't talk to you about it, because food, I just can't talk to you about it. And I was like, shit, I do have an unhealthy relationship with food, and I hate it when anyone talks to me about my weight or anything like that. Like, I really just, I can't. When I'm on a diet and I eat healthily, I feel very guilty about having a chocolate bar or having a Coke. So I really restrict myself, and then I feel really guilty when I have something, which just, you shouldn't. Like, if you want a chocolate bar, have it, but don't have 10 chocolate bars. I do all the time is basically being a major yo-yo dieter, and I lost all the weight I lost all that weight in the diet from January through until May, and then I've put all the weight back on and more. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not good. I lie a lot about what I'd ate during the day. So Dalton would go, right, what have you had for your dinner? And I'd go, sausage roll. And he'd go, and nothing. He goes, you're lying. And I'd go, cream cake. And nothing having anything. And a full fat can of Coke. And cheese and onion pasty. And I'd lie about what I did because I felt so guilty, and I just didn't, I knew I'd done myself dirty and I shouldn't have ate, and I just made myself feel so bad that I didn't dare tell him what I ate, instead of just being like, do you know what, this is what I've had, I'm owning up to it, I shouldn't have ate, I know it's not particularly good for me, but I've ate, move on, and the next day I will do better. I am a bugger for being healthy all weekend and then binge eating on a weekend, so I will be literally the strictest eater all week, stick to a proper, like, not like a restrictive diet, but like be really healthy, cook healthy meals from scratch, and then on a weekend it'll come to, and I've discussed this in my previous video, it won't just be, it'll start with, oh right, yeah, let's all have a family Friday night takeaway. Then it'll be, oh well, I haven't got anything in to cook for Saturday, so should we have a takeaway? And guess what, then Sunday comes around, oh, should we go out for Sunday dinner? So I ruin all of the hard work I've put in during the week. I instantly regret a cheat meal, or if I've had a chocolate bar, I have that instant regret. So like, I'll have a, I don't know, a chip shop tea, and I'll think, oh my god, have I really just wasted all of them calories? And in my brain's thinking, you've really just wasted all of them calories on that tea. Why have you done that to yourself? I'm basically either on a diet or off a diet, and there's no middle ground with me, which is a massive thing that I need to try and change. So I'm either 100% dedicated, I'm on this is what I'm going to do, or I'm like, which is basically from January to March, sorry, to May is what I did, and then as soon as I come off holiday, I'm literally troughing everything in sight, I'm not thinking about it, and then I'm going, oh yeah, I don't care, I'm not bothered, it doesn't bother me, but it does. Another one which I didn't realise when I was doing a bit of research is, I'm not scared to try new foods, but I'm very stuck in my way with foods. And like, if we'll go somewhere, like perfect example, Leeds, all the places to eat in Leeds, and Dalton was like, I know you want a Five Guys, and I was like, how do you know? He was like, because you literally like to go and eat the same food all of the time, because you know what you're getting, and that can be a sign of an unhealthy relationship with food. So what I mean is, if I know I'm going to Manchester, straight away the first thing that pops into my head is, oh my god, I'm going to, if we're going for a weekend, I'm going to Hard Rock Cafe. So say we're going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Hard Rock Cafe is going to be tea one night. I want to go to Taco Bell another night. And then I also want to do Five Guys. What is that weekend about? Because it's certainly not supposed to be about food. But guess what my weekend revolves around? Oh my god, what food am I going to eat? That's just not healthy. And it'll be the same on a weekend when it comes to this week. Well, it's not going to be this weekend because I am making a change, but for instance, last weekend we were going to Leeds, and it's like, oh, I know there's a Five Guys, oh, we might be able to squeeze in it. So what I'll think is, if we go out really early and have Taco Bell for lunch, and then we'll have Five Guys for tea, that is just not good. Do you know what I mean? Don't make yourself feel guilty about it. Just recognise the things that make you have this unhealthy relationship with food, and do make small steps to change it. Don't go all out and do this crazy fad diet or this crazy plan where you're never ever going to stick to anything. Just don't do that. So the things that I am going to do to change is, I need to shift my mindset about how I think about food, and I need to stop making excuses about why I eat certain foods, or you know, why I've had half a gallon of sauce on my chip. And I need to stop using food as a reward, because I am terrible for, if something good happens, oh, I'll go and buy a McDonald's. If something bad happens, oh my god, I need a chocolate bar. If, you know, I'm having a sort of, I don't feel very well, oh, I tell you what, let's go to the shop and have a tub of ice cream. yeah, that's just not a good mindset to have. I think that the main thing that I need to take away about, and I text Dalton about this, and I was like, do you know what, at the end of the day, food is fuel. Yes, it's nice and I love food, you know, this is why I'm in this situation, but food is fuel, and at the end of the day we eat it because we need it to survive. We shouldn't necessarily look at food, I don't know, like I look at food far too much as a thing of pleasure, which I think is where my downfall is. And I need to stop inflicting so much guilt on myself, because it's really bad for my anxiety and it's just not good for my overall health. And all I do is I get myself in this really guilt, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. You get yourself in this really guilt-ridden place where you're like, right, I'm on a diet, I'm on a diet, I'm on a diet. Oh my god, I want a chocolate bar. Oh my god, I've had a chocolate bar. Oh my god, the world's gonna end because I've had a chocolate bar. Oh my god, I feel so bad, I want to cry. And I'm going to be fat for the rest of my life. It's just not good. It's not good. It's just not a good situation to be in. So I think for me, what I need to do is I need to ditch the rules, and you need to take away from it that there's no quick fixes in life. I am not going to wake up tomorrow and be a size 8. It's not going to happen. It's very, very, well, it's never going to happen in a million years. It's just not going to happen. I need to allow myself to, when I do eat, not feel guilty about it. Because if I do want a McDonald's, have a McDonald's, but don't hang yourself up on it, and don't think that it's the end of the world if you've had a McDonald's. But don't let that McDonald's revolve. Don't let your life revolve around that McDonald's or that Burger King or whatever that might be. Instead, you should be running your life, and you should be making your choices and not letting the food make choices for you, which sounds really strange, but in my case that's what happens. I need to pay attention to me more often, and I know this sounds really daft, but this is one of the things that I read when I was researching this unhealthy relationship with food. They really say to like pay attention to your own body, and when you eat, which I do try to do more often now, is like I sit at the table and I actually eat and enjoy my food, rather than being sat at the telly with a bowl of food and not taking any notice, because you're more likely to understand the cues from your body to when you're full and things like that. Because it's all about learning when you're full, because your body will tell you when you're full, and if you learn that, then, and like it's like when your belly rumbles, are you hungry or are you thirsty? Because a lot of the time you think you're hungry, you're actually thirsty. So make sure you drink plenty of water, that sort of thing. And when you're hungry, eat. So if you are following this strict diet plan where it's supposed to be breakfast, lunch, dinner or whatever, if your tummy's rumbling and you're hungry, go and have something to eat, but just make sure it's something that your body's going to enjoy and that's going to give it lots of nutrients, that sort of a thing. I also need to have more of a balanced plate when I eat, and just give it overall more of a selection. And I need to, well, the one thing I need to learn to do, which is what I stopped doing and why I've ended up back in this situation, is plan ahead with my meals. Because when I was planning my meals, I knew exactly what I was coming in and what I was cooking for tea, and I was happy with it. And I need to learn to treat myself but not overindulge. So say for instance this weekend, the girls are coming round, so it's going to be a bit of a difficult weekend for me, because we are going to go out for food on the Friday because Dalton's going to Benidorm, and then on the Saturday the girls are going to be round, and it's probably going to be party food. But I'm going to eat till I'm full and not just eat for the sake of eating, because I know, and I'm sure a lot of you out there, for instance there was a barbecue at the weekend, I never stopped eating bread and butter, because she had crusty bread with Lurpak butter, and I was like, oh my god, I was literally eating it like it had gone out of fashion, because I was like, oh my god, I don't have Lurpak butter at home. I could go out and buy Lurpak if I wanted it. So I literally ate near enough a full crusty tiger baguette roll to myself with butter on, or garlic butter. Why? I was clearly full and I was just eating for the sake of eating. If you are in this situation and you are struggling and you can't deal with it and you won't ask for help if you need it, like, I know I've got a good support system there, and if I'm struggling with my weight, I can go and I can speak to Dalton or I can speak to Lisa. Like, I text Dalton and I was like, do you know what, I've realised I've got a problem and I really need to deal with this. Like I need to, it's not necessarily to be skinny or anything like that, it's literally because I need to live a healthier lifestyle. Like, we are walking around Leeds and I am like, you just go on, your chest sounds tight. I'm like, no, it's fine, I'm out of breath and I'm 25. Like, that's just not okay. I'm classed as near enough borderline obese and I'm 25, and look at, do you know what, I don't think I'm particularly a big girl, but I definitely need to improve this for my health and for me, and I think that's a big thing as well. You have to do it for you and for no one else. So I just want to say, look guys, if you want any help, any support about anything in this video, then please feel free to message me. I will try my hardest to respond. I also want to let you know that I will pop this up on screen here, that I have created an Instagram page for my weight loss journey. I am going to be posting meals and updates and things over on that channel. I will do an updated video on this channel eventually, but I will be doing like meals and things if you want to keep up to date with me over there. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and I really appreciate you coming on this journey with me.